Okay, back for another High Tide Imbibe. A lot of new stuff showing up at the NSLC lately. Maybe that's just a symptom of the fact that I hardly visited anymore all that much because of pandemic and all that shit. But so maybe I'm just getting a lot of stuff that has been sitting there for a little while. But no, I think I mentioned in a previous video is expanded quite a bit. 3 walls of the 4 walls in the walk-in cooler are now fucking beer. Pretty much beer exclusive. So anyway, we're doing one here that I think is a new beer. I'm going to do a little quick searching here on the Alexander Keith's website. Not that I expect it to show me much. So we're going to share a tab here. And so here we are. So I don't know if they've merged their little craft brewery into their main brewery now or what they're doing. I think this is still their craft line, but they've kind of, I don't know, merged it in or made it more prominent or something. I've done their session IPA. Apparently their coffee, apparently these other ones are new as well. So it's the impression I'm getting anyway. The coffee and cocoa stout, that is probably going to be the next one of their stuff I try. I did see it in my NSLC, but I wasn't sure if it was the old one that I've already had. Although I don't think I've reviewed that one either, so I might as well get to it at some point. But Stag's Head Red Ale is one we're doing. So we'll go to their. We'll go here, I guess. Go beer. Shop Alexander Keith's beer. Okay, so they got their session IPA, the red ale, Stag. So they had a red ale for the longest time now, for years. It's their red amber ale. It was branded as. So I'm just checking down here to see if I see that anywhere on their. They don't even show their IPA. They show their session IPA. They don't show Keith's regular Keith's IPA anymore. In their what in the fuck is going on here? They've got this shit. What is this? Soul Reserve Tequila Lime Goza. Right. Okay. Sea Buckthorn Brett Saison. See that? Okay, so that sounds interesting, and it feels like this is all their craft stuff that they're showing now. They're not showing their regular stuff. Sort by best selling. Okay. So I'm assuming this is new. This is a new red ale, and I didn't see the old red amber listed in the NSLC anymore. So I'm assuming maybe it's gone. But let's just go back here for a sec. Let's go. I'm really surprised they're not showing. Why is this not working? How do you get home? Take me home. Confusing website. Let's go to the shop, maybe. Can you buy their beer online? Okay. Oh, okay. No, that's just an old picture. Because none of those are listed there. This will take me back to the place I just was. Alexander Keith's India Pale Ale. They got it listed here. They got their light ale listed here. And the red amber ale is shown here. So I'm assuming that either the picture's out of date or maybe it's still in some markets. And this the Stag's Head Red thing is something new, I guess. All right, so we'll stop sharing that bullshit. So they're not fucking telling me anything. All right. So look at it. It's pretty. Nice new can. Stag's Head Red Ale. I remember back in the day when they came out with their quote-unquote stout that tasted like burnt French fries. That was their first foray into doing something different back in the day, and it didn't work out too well for them. But I think they rebranded it Keith's Dark or something, I seem to recall. But hopefully this will help repair the Stag's Head brand name, I guess, that they've apparently retained all these years. So it sits at 5% alcohol by volume, water, malted barley, oats, hops, yeast. And, well, they do give me tasting notes. I'm not going to read those. Okay. Let's see what we think. If this is even a decent red ale, I'll be more than happy. If this is just a repackaging of their old one, which was all right, I guess, then I'm going to be a little disappointed in that. Kind of looks like their old one. Maybe a bit darker. I can't quite remember. Maybe I should have checked my very old review of this. Oh, that smells way... No, this ain't the same beer, man. It smells way better. That is malty as fuck in the aroma. And Lady Lee says, "You disappointed? Never. Well, I'm never disappointed by you." All right. So really nice caramel, but more like crystal malt sort of thing going on here. It's even got kind of a roasty, well, not roasty, but kind of a toasted kind of thing going on. That smells really good, man. There's a little bit of sweet sort of caramel thingy in the background, kind of contesting with this roasty, toasty thingy. Nice big technical terms, roasty, toasty thingy. Cheers. We're gonna. I mean, it looks fine. Looks really good. Good taste. Cheers. I like this. You know what that toasty kind of flavor reminds me of? Maybe this will sound weird to people, but it's got kind of like a popcorn quality to it. But yeah, you get the sweetness up front, transitions to this toastiness, this and it's just very malty. It's not super, like, it's not medium bodied or anything. I would say, it's probably like light medium at the most. It's good. A lot of red ales these days generally get way too over hopped. This really, whatever hop presence is here, is pretty laid back and maybe kind of earthy. There's a little bit of a nice dry finish going on. That definitely, it's more dry and roasty. It definitely tastes a lot different than most red ales around here these days, which I already said, they're either like super hopped or they're maybe a bit too sweet. This is sort of walking away from the sweetness side of things. I Where's those tasting notes? What do they say about this shit? What do they think? Smooth, rich grain, dry popcorn, and oat flavors with a hint of classic English sweet fruit fermentation. Okay, I could. It's not bad. They're pretty spot on with their own beer. What they call English sweet fruit fermentation. I guess that works. I just sort of pick up as like nondescript caramel sweetness, maltiness, or whatever. But I could give it the sweet fruit thing. But it's mostly this grain and dry popcorn, oat flavors. Okay, flaked oats. I guess. Yeah. Okay. All right. Keith's did it, man. It only took them like 20 years, 25 years to finally get a really, really good red ale. I can't remember what I rated their old one in my old review. I'm actually kind of scared to look at it because I was throwing out a lot of fucking 5 out of 5s back in the day. Willy-nilly, back before I had much of a palate to distinguish things. So you can't really take like if you can find my old reviews, I'd take most of my older ones with a big grain of salt when I wasn't trolling people half the time as well. You probably want to get like a couple years into my reviews before you really start looking at me like taking shit a bit more serious, and actually giving decent grades. Anyway, that digression aside, this is a really nice red ale. It's definitely different, like I said, than anything else really in the area these days. So I am going to give it a good solid 8 out of 10. And my own personal enjoyment, so 8 out of 10 for style and my own personal enjoyment, I'm also going to give an 8 because I quite like it. Who would have thunk back in the day when I'm shit-talking most Alexander Keith stuff that here I am more than a decade later now praising Alexander Keith stuff because they've been making some good shit. What are you going to do? All right, cheers, guys. Thanks, Lady Lee, for watching, at the very least live, and anyone else who was watching later on. Thank you. And we're going to be back with at least one more. Maybe I can fit 2 more reviews in here before BA 101 tonight. We'll see. But I'll be back in a little while. Bye-bye.